Earlier, you talked about how Thailand has the fiscal monetary space to prop up the economy. Quantify that for us.
Well, basically, what we are seeing now, I think almost virtually every country is the impact from the global economy slowdown. So that includes Thailand. So the government deems it very critical that we act in a timely manner, in a convincing manner, and fortunately, we are in the position in terms of fiscal position to do so. For example, in terms of reserves, I think we are very healthy at 218 billion US dollars, about 9 times import and 3.2 times short-term debt. And that has allowed us to launch the first actually for this government stimulus package worth about 10 billion US dollars, specifically aiming at counteracting the potential slowdown in the global economy on the Thai economy.
But how far are you willing to tap those reserves?
This is the first package. Okay, so what I have communicated is that the government is prepared to take further actions as necessary. Of course, we keep in mind the space that we have, the strength that we have. So we are very prudent about that. As you may know, today we have the new Fiscal Responsibility Act, and it governs everything we do, from investment to spending, including introducing packages.
We've seen growth at the slowest pace in about 5 years. Realistically, can growth remain at 3% for the year, or can we expect sub 3% going forward?
Well, there are risks, obviously, and at this stage, those risks are still emerging. But what we have set as target is about 3%, 3 plus a little bit, and we are aiming that the stimulus package that has just been launched will help us achieve that target of 3%.
Is there risk of under 3 at this point in time?
There are always risks, okay? Especially at this stage, as things are still, unfolding on the global stage. But we're doing our best, and we have the target, we stick to the target, and we still believe at this stage that we can achieve that target of 3.
You have a strong current account surplus, and that's contributed pretty much to your strong baht.
Right.
Up 6% year to date. It's not good news for exporters. What can the finance ministry do to perhaps put a lid on those gains?
Well, obviously there are different angles to the currency issue, the baht appreciation. We know that it hurts the exports. At the same time, it's advantageous for imports. What we do here is that the Bank of Thailand is the agency that is responsible for the currency management. Now, what we have now is that a very close consultation between the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Thailand on the outlook on the global situation, but the responsibility for managing the currency lies with them. But I would say that close consultation is in place, and the Bank of Thailand has said that they monitor situation and they manage accordingly.
Are you suggesting that perhaps another rate cut is necessary to limit the gains in the currency?
Well, there has just been a rate cut.
Do you think there needs to be another because your manufacturers are calling for another one?
Well, we will see. I will not rule it out, put it that way, but it's still early to say that there will be another one. There need to be another one. We will monitor the situation, and I think we have room for that.
Manufacturers say that a rate of 3.2 is ideal. What's a comfortable baht level for you?
You mean in terms of interest rate?
In terms of the level of the baht.
Oh, the baht. I would not say what it is, because as you can appreciate, it would not be good for the Bank of Thailand in terms of their effort to manage. So we will not say what the target level would be, but we would manage, as I mentioned, the situation very closely.
Minister, what's your take on the ongoing U.S. China trade war? How much longer do you see it persisting?
Yeah, difficult to say, but it's clear that everybody is hurt by this. And the sooner it's over, the better for everyone. And hopefully that would be not too long in the future.
The Indonesian minister says that there is a need for a more coordinated policy response. Do you see that happening?
I'm in agreement in terms of what the Indonesian minister said. I think that would be a good thing if we can have that. And I think one way, at least for the region, to have that happening is through the ASEAN venue, at least among the ASEAN countries, to have an open, extensive discussion on this.
ASEAN member countries have been beneficiaries of the U.S.-China trade war in a way, in Vietnam in particular. Do you see Thailand needing to take steps to attract manufacturers who are moving away from China?
I think what we are doing already in terms of our national development strategy, which calls for active participation and partnership with the international business community, that in itself, I think, is doing the job very well. Now, the situation that is happening, I think that adds to the opportunity for Thailand to serve the international community, the businesses that may want to move their bases.
Minister, before we let you go, the current government is a 19-party coalition.
Yes.
Do you think it can go the full way, serve the 4-year term, or is it too complicated?
Well, what I can say is this. We work very well together, and I expect the government to be in place. I don't know for the full term or not, but for a long time, within the term, we will be here.